Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Trump announces retaliatory actions after Colombia blocks U.S. deportation flights. Immigration raids begin in Chicago amid Trump's tough stance on deportations. Trump works on asylum agreement with El Salvador to combat illegal immigration. Trump proposes moving Palestinians from Gaza to Jordan and Egypt. Vice President J.D. Vance defends Trump's pardons for January 6 offenders. J.D. Vance criticizes Big Tech for having too much power. Speaker Mike Johnson invites Trump to address Congress in March. Governor Hochul unveils New York's first media literacy toolkit for teachers. Elon Musk faces criticism over comments on Germany's Nazi past at far-right rally. Ukraine downs 50 Russian drones and strikes major oil refinery. Yannick Sinner wins second consecutive Australian Open title. And Naomi Girma becomes women's soccer's first $1 million player with Chelsea move. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump announced plans to impose retaliatory measures against Colombia after the country denied entry to two U.S. military deportation flights carrying about 160 Colombian migrants. The flights, initially cleared for landing, were blocked when Colombian President Gustavo Petro revoked the diplomatic clearances. Trump responded by announcing tariffs on Colombian goods, visa sanctions on officials, and other financial penalties. The U.S. accused Colombia of failing to uphold its obligations to accept deported nationals. Trump said these actions would jeopardize national security and public safety. The tariffs, starting at 25%, would increase to 50% within a week. Colombia, on the other hand, defended its decision, saying it aimed to ensure dignified conditions for the return of its nationals. This incident follows a similar situation with Mexico last week, where two deportation flights were temporarily blocked. Federal immigration raids began in Chicago as confirmed by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement on Sunday. This came just days after President Trump's border czar Tom Homan had stated that authorities were reconsidering their actions following leaked details. The raids, supported by agencies like the FBI and DEA, aimed to target potentially dangerous criminals within the undocumented population. Chicago, home to over 400,000 undocumented individuals, had been on high alert. Many residents stayed home to avoid contact with law enforcement. The raids are part of Trump's broader effort to enforce stricter immigration policies, including deportations for those considered national security threats. Trump's administration also took retaliatory steps after Colombia blocked U.S. deportation flights. These measures included raising tariffs on Colombian goods to 50% and imposing travel bans on government officials. Local leaders in Chicago have vowed to protect immigrants from these federal actions. President Donald Trump is working on an asylum deal with El Salvador that could allow the U.S. to deport migrants from other countries to El Salvador instead of processing their asylum claims. The plan, known as a Safe Third Country Agreement, would block non-Salvadoran migrants from seeking asylum in the U.S. and direct them to apply in El Salvador. This agreement revives a similar deal proposed during Trump's first term, which was never put into action and later cancelled by the Biden administration. If finalized, the plan could enable the U.S. to deport migrants, including suspected members of Venezuela's Tren de Aragua gang, to El Salvador. Trump has already started the process of designating the gang as a terrorist group. Trump spoke with El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele on January 25, 2025, to discuss immigration and gang control. Bukele, known for his tough anti-gang policies, is expected to support the plan. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will visit El Salvador in early February to strengthen cooperation. The Trump administration has already expanded deportation efforts and restricted asylum access at the U.S.-Mexico border, prioritizing stricter immigration enforcement. President Donald Trump recently suggested relocating Palestinians from the Gaza Strip to Jordan and Egypt to clean out the area. He shared this idea while speaking with reporters on January 25, 2025. Trump stated he had asked Jordan's King Abdullah to take in more Palestinians and planned to discuss the same with Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. He suggested building new homes for Palestinians in other countries to provide a chance for peace. Israeli far-right politicians, including Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich and former National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, supported Trump's proposal, calling it innovative. However, Hamas and international figures strongly opposed the idea. Hamas spokesperson Sami Abu Zuhri stated Palestinians would not leave their homeland. A United Nations official called the proposal ethnic cleansing. Trump also confirmed he had resumed military aid to Israel, including shipments of bombs paused by the previous administration. Currently, a fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas remains, though both sides accuse each other of violating agreements. Hamas has demanded the return of displaced Palestinians to northern Gaza, while Israel insists on the release of hostages before allowing movement in the area. The ceasefire's future remains uncertain. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Vice President J.D. Vance defended President Donald Trump's recent pardons for 1,500 people involved in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. The pardons issued last week included individuals convicted of violent crimes like assaulting police officers and seditious conspiracy. 2 weeks ago, Vance had stated that violent offenders from January 6 should not be pardoned. However, in an interview on January 26, 2025, he explained that the Justice Department under Merrick Garland had unfairly prosecuted many of the accused. Vance accused the department of double standards and said constitutional rights were denied during the cases. President Trump directed the dismissal of all pending January 6 cases, saying clemency was granted after reviewing 1,600 cases individually. Vance maintained that Trump made the right decision, emphasizing that the prosecutions were politically motivated. Critics pointed to violent acts, including assaults on police officers, to question the pardons. Vance acknowledged these incidents but argued that the legal process was unjust. He compared the prosecutions to the treatment of individuals involved in Black Lives Matter protests in 2020, claiming there was unequal justice. Vance said the pardons were a step to correct a wrong and stood firmly by the decision. Vice President J.D. Vance spoke out about the influence of big tech companies, saying they hold too much power in American society. He expressed concerns over their role in censorship and their impact on free speech. Vance's comments followed the attendance of several tech CEOs at President Trump's inauguration, including Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Tim Cook, and Sundar Pichai, who were seated in prime positions at the event. Vance emphasized that tech companies must either respect constitutional rights and stop censorship, or they will face consequences under Trump's leadership. He noted that these CEOs had more favorable seating than many who attended to support the president, including his mother. Previously, in an August interview, Vance argued that tech giants like Google had too much control over information, which he believed should be regulated. He stated that these companies should be broken up to restore free speech. Despite the growing ties between Trump and tech leaders, Vance made it clear that big tech would be closely watched under the Trump administration. House Speaker Mike Johnson has invited President Donald Trump to address a joint session of Congress on March 4, 2025. This will be Trump's first speech to both chambers since returning to office. Johnson announced the invitation on January 25, 2025, describing it as a chance for Trump to share his America First vision. In a letter to Trump, Johnson praised the president's leadership, saying his actions in the past week have set the tone for a golden age in America. Johnson highlighted Trump's impact on fostering patriotism, unity, and hope, echoing themes from Trump's inaugural address. The Republican-led Congress and the Trump administration aim to make the next 4 years historically significant by tackling major issues. They have already started working on plans for border security, energy policies, and tax reforms. Since taking office, Trump has signed several executive orders reversing Biden-era mandates and promoting his America First policies. In the coming weeks, Republicans and the White House will continue collaborating on their ambitious legislative agenda. The March 4 speech is expected to outline Trump's goals and inspire lawmakers to achieve his vision for the nation. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the release of New York's first media literacy toolkit for educators. This initiative followed a rise in online hate speech in late 2023 after the Buffalo Tops mass shooting, where the shooter was radicalized online. The toolkit aims to help students analyze and evaluate media, especially social media, to fight misinformation and hate. It provides teachers with resources to develop critical thinking skills in students. The toolkit, created by the State Division of Homeland Security, was distributed to schools across New York with help from the State Education Department. It covers 5 main sections, including an overview of media, key questions for evaluation, and educative resources. The toolkit is part of a broader effort to combat misinformation and enhance youth digital literacy. Governor Hochul's ongoing efforts also include restrictions on smartphone use in schools and a plan to reduce social media addiction among students. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Elon Musk's recent comments at a rally for Germany's far-right Alternative for Deutschland party sparked criticism from the chairman of Israel's Holocaust Memorial. Danny Dayan, the chairman of Yad Vashem, condemned Musk's remarks, accusing him of insulting Holocaust victims and endangering Germany's democratic future. Musk told the crowd that Germany should move beyond guilt over its Nazi past, saying children shouldn't be blamed for the actions of their ancestors. His comments made just days before the 80th anniversary of Auschwitz's liberation drew anger from Holocaust advocates. Dayan stated that remembering Germany's dark history was crucial for shaping its society and safeguarding democracy. Musk's appearance also followed controversy over a gesture many believed resembled a Nazi salute during a speech in Washington. His support for the AfD has sparked concern, with Musk continuing to align himself with hard-right political movements in Europe. Ukraine's air defenses shot down 50 out of 72 Russian drones launched overnight, according to Ukraine's military. The country also targeted Russia's Ryazan oil refinery, one of its largest, in a continued effort to strike key infrastructure. The Ukrainian General Staff confirmed the attack but did not provide details on casualties or damage. In retaliation, Russia's defense ministry reported that its air defense systems destroyed 15 Ukrainian drones within Russia's territory. Additionally, 2 Ukrainian sea drones were taken down in the Black Sea. This exchange of strikes is part of the ongoing conflict as both nations continue to target military and strategic assets. The future of these air and sea attacks remains uncertain as both sides prepare for further operations. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Jannik Sinner won his second straight Australian Open title by defeating Alexander Zverev 6-3, 7-6, 6-3 in the final. The 23-year-old Italian did not face a single break point, showcasing his strong and complete game. This victory made him the youngest player to win back-to-back titles in Melbourne since Jim Courier in 1992-93. Sinner, who reached number 1 in the world last year and has held that position, continued his dominance by winning 3 of the last 5 major tournaments. His overall record over the past year stands at 86, including 9 titles. His current unbeaten streak spans 21 matches dating back to last year. The only cloud over his success was a doping case where he was initially cleared after testing positive for a trace amount of a banned substance. The World Anti-Doping Agency has appealed and a hearing is scheduled for April. Naomi Girma became women's soccer's first $1 million player after transferring from San Diego Wave to Chelsea. The English champions confirmed the signing, with reports stating the fee was £900,000, surpassing the previous record of $788,000 paid by Bay FC for Rachel Kundananji in 2024. Girma, 24 years old, was under contract with the Wave until 2026 and had drawn interest from French club Lyon and Chelsea's Women's Super League rivals, Arsenal. She expressed excitement about joining Chelsea, praising the club's culture, winning mentality, and top-tier environment. A standout defender, Girma has 44 appearances with the U.S. national team and won a gold medal at the Paris Olympics. She was named U.S. Soccer Female Player of the Year in 2023 and was the Young Player of the Year in 2020. Chelsea's head of women's football, Paul Green, highlighted Girma's world-class defensive abilities and athleticism, believing she will elevate the team's already talented squad. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,997.47. The NYSE Composite is increased by 18.69 points or 0.09%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,931.98. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 26.89 points or 0.07%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,252.63. The Shanghai index is increased by 22.46 points or 0.70%. Hong Kong stock close price is 20,066.19. The Hang Seng Index is increased by 365.63 points or 1.86%. Bombay stock close price is 76,190.46. The Sensex Index is decreased by 329.92 points or 0.43%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump announces retaliatory actions after Colombia blocks U.S. deportation flights. Immigration raids begin in Chicago amid Trump's tough stance on deportations. Trump works on asylum agreement with El Salvador to combat illegal immigration. Trump proposes moving Palestinians from Gaza to Jordan and Egypt. Vice President J.D. Vance defends Trump's pardons for January 6 offenders. J.D. Vance criticizes Big Tech for having too much power. Speaker Mike Johnson invites Trump to address Congress in March. Governor Hochul unveils New York's first media literacy toolkit for teachers. Elon Musk faces criticism over comments on Germany's Nazi past at far-right rally. Ukraine downs 50 Russian drones and strikes major oil refinery. Yannick Sinner wins second consecutive Australian Open title. And Naomi Girma becomes women's soccer's first $1 million player with Chelsea move. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.